Today's fairy tale is a Bengali story called The Origin of Opium, and surprise, it's because of a woman. There's a holy man who spends all his days on the bank of the Ganges performing religious rites, and then at night he goes home to this little hut he built himself with no men or women anywhere around for miles. One day a little mouse starts living in his hut with him, and since he knows that he is forbidden to hurt any living creature, the mouse gets bold and he touches his feet and plays with him and eats his leftover food. The rishi, the holy man, feels affection for the mouse, and also because he's lonely and doesn't have anyone to talk to, he gives the mouse the power of speech. The mouse gets on his hind legs and puts its four legs together reverently and says, "Oh, holy sage, thank you for granting me the power of speech, but I'd like something else too." He's like, "What is it?" And the mouse is like, "Well, when you go down to the river, there's this cat that always tries to kill me, and I'm outmatched, so I'd really like to be a cat." So the rishi puts holy water on the mouse and transforms him into a cat. The next day he's like, "All right, how you liking your life as a cat?" And the cat's like, not that much. The problem is dogs. Now these dogs are after me, so I think I need to be a dog." So the rishi changes him into a dog. Once he's a dog, the problem is he can't live off of the leavings of the rishi's supper anymore. He needs more to eat, so he's like, "Man, I wish I was an ape and I could fly about in the trees and get my own fruit." Rishi changes him into an ape, and he loves being an ape for a while until he sees some boars splashing about in the water, and he's like, "Ooh, I'd really like to be able to do that." So he asks the rishi changes him into a boar. One day when he's out playing and being a boar, he sees a king coming hunting riding on an elephant. He decides he really wants to be an elephant so he could carry a king. The rishi changes him into an elephant, and so the elephant goes out by where the king is, like hoping he'll see him and get caught, and he does. He's gotten what he wanted, but then when the king starts to get on his back, he wants his queen up there too, and it turns out the elephant is a sexist douche because he cannot bear a woman to ride him. That is shameful. So he just throws both the king and the queen off of his back. The king helps the queen up and brushes her off and gives her a bunch of kisses like, "Are you all right, darling?" The elephant sees this and then runs away into the forest, and once he's there, he thinks, "Now I see the happiest of all creatures is a queen because she gets the kisses and caresses from the king." He goes home to the rishi. "I promise this will be the last one. I want to be a queen." And the rishi's like, "Well, that's ridiculous. Like, I can't make you a kingdom. I can't make you a husband who's a king. All I can do is change you into an exquisitely beautiful girl, possessed of charms to captivate the heart of a prince, and if the gods grant you an interview with one, great. It's gonna be on you." So the elephant agrees. He turns her into a beautiful woman that he names Pastamani, which means poppy seed lady. This is where the opium part's gonna start coming in. Pastamani, now a beautiful woman, lives with the sage and waters the plants and takes care of things, and one day when she's down by the river, she sees a well-dressed man that she knows is a prince. He's like, "Hello." He's like, "I was out hunting and I'm so thirsty." And she's like, "Well, come to our hut. It's not much, but I'll give you something to drink." So she brings him home and she gets out a water pot to wash his feet, and he's like, "No, don't touch me. You are the daughter of a holy man. I am not fit for you to touch me." And slyly she's like, "No, I'm not his daughter. I'm not even a Brahmini girl. Please let me wash your feet." Then he's like, "Hey, forgive my impudence, but what caste do you belong to?" Basically asking her rank in social class, very important. She straight up lies and says Kshatriya, which is the second of the four greatest ranks, because she doesn't have a rank because she's a mouse. He loves this news, and he's like, "Oh, I thought so, because you have the bearing of a princess. Are you a princess?" And she's like, "Yeah." In fact, she gives him a whole ass story. She says, "My father was a king, but he was overcome in battle. He and my mom fled to the woods. He got eaten by a tiger, and then my mother gave birth to me, and then she died as I was born. So I laid in the woods, and drops of honey from a beehive fell into my mouth as an infant, and that kept me alive until the holy man found me and raised me in this hut. This is the simple story of a wretched girl who now stands before a king." And he's like, "You're not wretched. I'm gonna make you my wife." And the king made love to the girl, and they were joined in marriage by the rishi. But Pastamani's happiness was short-lived. One day she became giddy and fell in water and died. That's all the details we get. The king is grieving, so the rishi comes up to him and says, "Oh king, don't grieve. This was probably meant to happen. She actually was not of royal blood. She was born a mouse, and I changed her into a cat, a dog, an ape, and boar, an elephant. So I mean, probably a good thing you didn't have kids." So he's like, "Find a new queen, and I will make her immortal in another way. Let her body remain in the well she fell in," because she fell in a well. "Fill the well up with earth, and out of her flesh and bones will grow a tree, which shall be called posto, that is, the poppy tree. And from this tree will be obtained a drug called opium, which will be celebrated as a powerful medicine through all ages, and which will always be either swallowed or smoked as a wonderful narcotic till the end of time. Then goes a step further, saying the opium swallower or smoker will have one quality of each of the animals that Postomani got transformed into. Mischievous like a mouse, fond of milk like a cat, quarrelsome like a dog, filthy like an ape, savage like a boar, and high-tempered like a queen. They kind of left out the elephant part, but you see what they're getting at. And that's this story of the origin of opium. And then the Sacklers came along. JK. As always, check out my book, Dust Spells, a reimagining of the 12 Dancing Princesses, and my podcast. All the links are in the bio.